Hey, how's it going? We are doing a call-in show tonight. Let me check something. Make sure that I don't know if I put the link to the call-in show. Yeah, I think I might have forgotten to put the link. Hold on. Is it actually too late now? Can I still do it? Let me see. It might be too late. Let me see. Oh no, I put the link in there. Okay, cool. So you check the description. You can hit the link in there, and you can either do it on the desktop or you can join the site, download the app. If you open it on a mobile device, it'll take you to a website that then takes you to download the app. But the cool thing is you will be able to call in and talk to Q Anthony or me and Hey Young Stokely and myself. So I'm just gonna talk for a little bit before it's gonna be in about 20 minutes, but I just want to get people aware of it. Also, while you're here, like, comment, share, subscribe. But the She-Hulk finale happened. I feel like I saw something groundbreaking. I saw something iconic. It was amazing. I feel like what I saw was it was no small thing. It was mind blowing. I still can't believe I saw it. And yeah, I think history was made. Like, this is one of the worst things I've seen with a big budget, um, overseen by professionals. It's like, I've seen like B movies and straight to video joints with this level of, well, actually, even those. I mean, this is worse than the worst CW show. I mean, this was amazing, and I think something's gonna have to break. Either this is gonna become the new normal, like, or it's gonna be so bad it's gonna force a conversation, about, like, people just wondering, like, what the fuck is happening. This is something's got to give. I also think it's gonna cause a lot of problems and backlash for marginalized people trying to break into industries, because there's definitely people way more talented than the people who are in the She-Hulk's writing room, just dying to get into the industry. But I feel like this is going to be used as proof, like, look, the diversity that was lacking before was lacking because the minorities are hacks, you know and I don't think I ever made this claim before. I've always said that I'm an accelerationist and I want the bottom to hit. But this is the first time where I think we finally actually hit it. I mean, I could be wrong. I do a lot of shows. I say a lot of things. I do a lot of guest appearances. So it's hard for me to remember everything I said. Maybe I have said that I called the bottom before, but I mean, this is worse than any bottom I could have predicted. And if you're in this room and you did not see that finale, you're not able to fathom what I saw. Like, anybody in this room who saw the finale knows what I'm talking about. But anyone who didn't, I will tell you, do your best to imagine what it could have been. And it will, like, your brain is not broken enough to imagine on your own the badness. Like, it was so bad. It was like almost audacious and groundbreaking, like iconic, but like in all the wrong ways. It was just like oh, dude, I, I don't see how it can get worse than this. Just by you saying that, I know you haven't seen it. I'm. Let me know in the comments, but I'm convinced you haven't seen it, because I don't. I mean, they would have to get somebody with physical brain damage to get worse writing than what this finale was. This whole season was like. I just don't see how they can get worse without actually getting mentally challenged people. I mean, maybe that's what's going to happen next. Like, I think even children, if the children are able minded on average, are going to be better than this. Like, it's there was a leak of this episode, and the leak was so ridiculous. Someone put like a 5-page plot. I started laughing at all the YouTubers who were sharing it, and I didn't do a video on it. I was like, this is the clearest, fakest troll job I've ever seen in my life. Uh, I'm like, this person didn't even do a good job because they didn't even make it believably bad. This is so over the top and so trying to parody the writers. And I'm like, I don't even want to humor this leak because if we bite the bait and act like this leak is true and froth at the mouth and whatever, then they're gonna debut the real one. I bet they probably put the leak themselves, and then they're gonna laugh at us and say, "Oh, look how stupid these critics of ours are. These trolls. They believe the clearly fake thing." And then I tuned in on Friday, and I was like, "Holy crap! This is it. This it was exactly word for word what the leak said. I could not believe it. It was fascinating. I was like, wow." That was I started realizing that you can't parody these people. You can't do it. No matter what you do, their sincerity is going to always beat your savagest satire. Like in a weird way, I think I'm almost kinder to them than they are to themselves unintentionally. Like, and I also think I'm just physically incapable. Like I would have to hit my brain in the head with a hammer. But not just that, I'm not a brain expert. I don't know what type of lobe to hit to reach that level or that specific dysfunction, to even start to think like they think, to do the parody. But then on top of that, if I succeeded in getting my brain to work that way, then I wouldn't be able to get it back to the smart side to then, like, make the clever satire. I would just become maybe that dumb, earnestly. I don't know. Like, I don't want to toy with being able to fathom or predict that. Like, I don't even know if I want that skill. I don't want my mind to be able. It's kind of like those people who study serial killers, and there's this phrase, this sayings like beware be wary those who study monsters lest ye become one yourself, with the idea of if you start to fathom the workings of the mind of a monster too well and start becoming too good at fathoming the thought processes, there's a good chance you might absorb some of those thought processes. Like if you can bend your brain enough to think like a monster, even if it's to try to catch them or outwit them, you're in danger of, greasing the poles, to slide into monster them yourself. So yeah, what it would take to effectively satirize these people is it would be tough. But let me just play you something. This is a preview of how bad it was what we're talking tonight, right? So I was trying to study, like I was trying to study Jessica Gao, like some people study, like, serial killers and stuff, and try to like piece a profile. But just check this out. This is a perfect example of the level of delusion, right? So I was trying to find like her secret. I was trying to find a secret origin story. Just try to figure out like what made this woman the way she is, and like how did she get so far, And I know she was on Rick and Morty, and I found out she had a podcast with the Rick and Morty creator Dan Harmon called Writing Wongs, and they would talk about writing and race, and the whole thing was about breaking into the writer's room and kind of basically defending the hiring of her on Rick and Morty against trolls because apparently she was getting uh, a lot of negative feedback from the fan base, and their insistence was that it was all trolls and Nazis and people jealous. And I thought this was interesting. There were a couple of things. Let me just play them real quick. Um, okay, can you guys hear me? I messed up the camera real quick, but let me just fix it. Okay, can you hear me? I just had to fix something. Yeah, okay. So check this out. I'm gonna share something real quick. Okay, cool. All right. So this is it. Hope you can hear it.
I was a head writer, and when we were staffing, it was gonna end up being all women in the writers' room, and one of the EPs asked, like, maybe, like, would it be valuable to have one male perspective in the room? And, you know, I just, but I said, look, like, every single woman who's ever been in a writer's room
Has a male perspective.
has been trained from day one
Yeah.
of watching television to understand how to write from the male's perspective. That's all they've been, like, trained to do. So no, didn't need one, because we've all been trained to do it. And also, like, I think the male dominated writers room could take one fucking hit.
Okay. So don't need a male writer because, as marginalized identity woman, we all have been forced to be subjected to the male gaze, a male writer, and I don't need to even have one male writer in this room. Okay, that's fine. Here is a scene from the finale of She-Hulk, where she uses her male writing skills. In yeah, she uses her male writing skills in effect. And mind you, this is by far not the worst part of the episode. In case you're still thinking, "Wow, T, this is not as unfathomable as you thought." This is still the fathomably bad part. But check this out. This guy's infiltrate a den of trolls undercover.
And Lady Thor, guys, she just sucks. Okay, and I'm not just saying that because she's a female. I would have the exact same criticisms if she was a man.
I gotta keep stopping every now and then because of copyright. This guy on the left here is the good guy trying to infiltrate the trolls. I think these guys are all like Redditors and YouTubers.
Come on, talk to them.
Nope, can't do it, Nikki.
Yes, you can.
Let's do it, Pug.
Okay, she's coaching him on how to, you know, infiltrate the man babies.
Females, am I right?
Yes.
Mother Pugger.
Yeah, and this guy is the head of the trolls. Basically, the whole show is about people who don't like She-Hulk. I think she's also channeling the experience of people who didn't like her work on Rick and Morty.
Todd Phelps?
Todd? Oh, wait, that tracks.
Of course you're one of us. Yo, come here, man. Huh? Yeah? Welcome, bro. So happy that you're here.
You gotta stop and because of copyright.
Yeah, me too. So happy.
This guy rules, all right? You heard it from me first. He rules, and he's hot.
All right? And let's be honest, okay?
Okay, so
He knows what I'm
stop.
talking about.
Is She-Hulk better than the Hulk? No. Is she as strong as him? Is she as smart as him? No. She wouldn't even have her powers without him, right? So why do we have to act like she earned everything?
Yeah, so this is
Here's where I'm at. Superpowers should go to the best person suited for the job, right? Right?
Yeah, totally.
See, she got everything through nepotism.
She got everything through nepotism.
like, okay, this is the most heavy-handed. Oh, the volume was too low. Were you guys not able to hear it? Do I need to restart it? Were you guys able to hear that? Because I sound info asked if I could. It could go up a little bit more, but were you guys able to hear that? I mean, like, but the show, that's probably some of the more subtle writing of men on the show. Like, It's just really kind of hilarious. And part of me started wondering, I wonder, okay, so let me just back it up just a little bit.
Guys. And Lady Thor, guys, she just sucks. Okay, and I'm not just saying that because she's a female. I would have the exact same criticisms if she was a man.
Also, some people did hear it. Let me just jump to another part.
Yes.
Me all.
Mad about it.
Did she?
She got everything through nepotism.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You think she boned Holloway? That's their boss.
Oh.
Did she?
Yes.
Like you're mad about it.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so
it pisses me off.
Yes. Hug. We are vibing, my man.
Gross. Keep him talking about something relevant.
Hey, how did
just still.
you get involved with this group here?
Dude, I created intelligentsia. I'm Hulk King.
What's funny is they're giving this very nefarious, dangerous music, but it's just a message board to troll She-Hulk. But this is such a these people are so fragile. This is what people say on them online is so earth-shattering that in their minds now I start really seeing why they always act like everything is a threat to their lives when someone says they don't like their work online. Like this is really how they see the world. Like this music and this tone. I used to think they were just being, dramatic, but I think they really have a warped perception of just what simple constructive criticism mixed with some genuine trolling is like.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He started the Reddit.
Oh, come on. It's okay. He can improvise.
Let's see. Yeah, so there's
Pug, who is a really good friend of.
yeah, so yeah, that's that gives you an idea of what it was like. It's and this is that's the best part of the episode. It gets several orders worse. Like but I just like that she thinks that she's too good to get advice from a man on how to write men. Like, trust me, I know everything I need to know. And it makes the way she writes the character make so much sense because the character is too good to take advice from Bruce Banner, the Hulk. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, yeah. And she messes up everything, the character. I'm like, okay, this is what Jessica Gao is like. Like, she's just like this character. Like, and I was wondering, imagine the EP just kind of realized, okay, this head writer and the women she hired are just horrible. Maybe I can get a professional in there. And she was really trying to sneak in the man under the guise of just getting someone who could write. But she had to pretend it was because they need the male perspective. And she couldn't bring a woman who could write because um, they already had women. So, she'd have to be honest to say, I'm bringing in this woman who can write because none of y'all can write because Jessica Guy hired you. Like, so maybe she thought, maybe if I bring in a guy that could write, I could pretend I'm bringing him in under the guise of bringing in a guy. That's part of what I wonder, But yeah. So anyway, we're going to call in. We have the call in show. If you want to join the call in show, just click the link in the description. That is where we're going to be. And yeah, that's basically it. Let me get the show started. And see you guys over there. The room has just started, and that's where I'm headed. All right. Even if you're watching this in post and the room is not going on, feel free to download the app, follow the link anyway, and you could join the later ones that we do in the future. All right. Everyone, be good. Take care. Bye.